Wait until you are husband material to find a girlfriend. That's what y'all need to do. Instead of picking up women, getting into these relationships with women, years go by, you're still not ready to be a husband. Your partner is ready to be a wife. They're already wifing you. They're already your wife. They're literally doing all of the things that a wife would do to a husband. But they're giving it to a boyfriend. A man who isn't even sure if this is what he wants. And you're playing games. So it's the waiting game. Grooming a woman to be the best woman, the best potential partner for you. And you're not even ready. You don't even know if you are the best partner for them.
Yes, there are guys who do play the waiting game. Although, if you are a woman or a female who's in that type of relationship and you don't know where it's going, why are you still invested in that relationship? Why are you still invested in that situationship? It's no longer about him. You already know what he's on. He don't know what he's on. He doesn't know what he wants. But you're still in that relationship or still being intimate with that man. Now that's a choice that you've made to waste your time.
I'm so tired of investing in relationships that ain't going nowhere. Why do I keep choosing men who waste my time? If that sounds like you, the solution is to stop investing your time, energy, and effort into one man that you like. Date multiple men, vet them through a process, and then allow them to earn your exclusivity.
This advice, to me personally, doesn't work because you're still going to have to be exclusive to one person at the end of it. So you're just wasting your time and your effort with multiple guys thinking that you're giving yourself more options, when in reality you're still going to be in the same position at the end of it.
Guys, before I give up on dating, is there anyone to finish me completely? I'm tired of this constant heartbreak.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just me, but like I feel like I'm getting to the point where I completely lose interest in dating. Like, it's just not fun. It's actually irritating and annoying. Like, I took myself out of the dating game a little while ago just to focus my energy elsewhere. But from what I'm seeing, I just feel like nobody's genuine. Everyone comes with a list of the rules and demands instead of just getting to know you. They're like, oh, you must have this, you must do that, you must come with this. Like, just mad aggressive. So many people are unhealed and they don't realize it, so they're not trying to heal. And I don't know if it's New York. I don't know if people feel like this everywhere, but dating is just not enjoyable. I don't know. It should be, but it's not. Like, I have no interest in somebody just stressing me out for no reason. Like, I have zero interest in that. But like I said, I'm trying not to get to the point where I don't even want to re-enter the game. But now something really got to give. Something got to give for real, or else we going to be old and alone, and I don't want that for myself.
What it sounds like the issue is the fact that men now actually have standards. A lot of females are beginning to experience what they've put out there themselves, and men are treating them how you treat men. You don't want to heal? Why should they? You have demands? Why can't they? It seems like the only time females are interested in dating is when it's their rules they can apply, but men can't apply any rules.
Be my man. But one thing I am tired of is people coming into my life not ready to be my man.
What exactly are females tired of? They're not tired of actually being single. They're not tired of dating or meeting, sleeping with the guys that they want. What they're really tired of is the guy that they want never actually pursuing a relationship with them after they've had intercourse, after they've been in a situationship or even a relationship. They're tired of that never going nowhere. It's still going to happen. She's still going to use her sex appeal to get the guys that she wants, meanwhile ignoring all the guys that want her. And unless she's already 30.
Hey ladies, is it just me or does it seem like everybody is burnt out from dating? It seems like every person I meet, every person I talk to, whether it's my friends or my work friends or my male work friends, especially them, everybody's burnt out from dating. Everybody's like, oh my gosh, it seems like I can't find nobody. I want to be in love. I want to be booed up. I want to have a relationship, but I'm just not having any luck. And I'm about to quit. I'm about to give up. I'm finna just be single. Y'all, what's going on? The women are saying it and the men are saying it. Like, how is it possible that everybody allegedly wants to be in a relationship, but can't nobody find nobody? Either somebody's lying or somebody's lying. And I know that we, at least like my generation, I feel like have gotten very comfortable with the idea of just being by yourself. Like long term. So it seems like everyone is kind of turning to like, well, if I don't have a person, if I'm not in a relationship, like it's fine, myself included. But like it feels like we kind of losing the drive to get in a relationship. And like I said, I don't mind being alone for forever, but I didn't think that everybody was gonna be alone. To me, again, this is just my experience, but it seems like everyone I'm meeting is coming to the conclusion that maybe I'm just not ever gonna get married, maybe I'm just not ever gonna have kids. Are we all gonna be 50, 60, 70 years old living with our best friends? No kids to be found? Everybody?
I mean, it wasn't men who came out and said that they're strong, independent, and don't need a man, and choose a career first before marriage. I don't want to have children no more, or I can have as many baby dads because I am a strong woman and I'm liberated and I can sleep with her. Men didn't come with that vibe. Men didn't start that whole feminist, liberated womanist agenda. If the fact that you're shocked, you need to really look at where it started. Because men have just been men the way they've been for a very long time. And it's not like the females decided to be more traditional to uphold more standards. No, you went the opposite way. So why would anyone be interested anymore? All this just shows is no matter how much females want to throw their coochie at whoever, men are always going to be the one that choose who they want to marry at the end of the day. You all do choose who you want to sleep with, but when it comes to who puts a ring on you, you can't get any of them to do that. No matter how much of a baddie you are, full-time, part-time, soft girl ever, independent, feminine, soft, whatever you guys want to label yourself, it still isn't getting you the ring. It just shows that men do have the last say in that regard. And it looks like they don't want to be a part of it with you.
Like, it seems like everybody's just at their wits' end and they don't have the patience to try to work things out. We all are just kind of giving up very easily. And that is, I don't know, it's kind of shocking to me. I don't know. What is in the air? What is in the water? I need somebody spiritually tapped in or one of the astrology girlies or something to tell me what's happening in the stars that makes it seem like can't nobody give it nobody. You don't want the men and the men seem like they don't want us either. What are we gonna do?
You know what, guys? I'm actually bored of dating. I feel like dating is not what it used to be. I feel like when we used to meet a guy and like you'd text back and forth and like you'd have like gorgeous phone calls, then you'd meet up, they'd meet up again. I feel like people don't date like that anymore. I feel like now it's just all calculated. You just got anxiety, there's no fun in it. So I feel like I'm over it. I'm actually over it.
To be honest, it seems that she is upset with the fact that no one is treating her the way that she used to be treated. She's getting older, the dating pool is shrinking, and she misses the attention that men would give her in that moment, in that time. That's why she misses the phone calls. That's why she misses going on different dates. Men are becoming less interested in these type of females, and we can clearly see she probably still does get attention, but not as much. Maybe not from the same guys that she wants. Maybe she's not getting the same vibe, or maybe they're just being more nonchalant than they were before. It isn't the fact that she wants to stop dating. She just wants the experience that she would get in her prime years.
I generally just don't think I can do another like shit talking stage. Like the hi, how are you? Good, thanks. What you doing? What you up to? Like, that's so boring every day. Like, call me, have a real conversation. Let's go for a walk. Let's do something cute. Like, I'm just bored. I feel like men need to come with better energy. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like everyone is just like not willing to make effort like a few years ago when I used to date. So until you're gonna come with the correct energy, I'll just gonna stay single, which is probably gonna be forever.
A lot of females will say they're bored, but you are actually very boring. All of you females are the same. You all dress the same, you all have the same wigs, you all have the same aesthetics, you all have the same thought process, you all have the same dusty history when it comes to men. All the guys that you like are literally the same. Your personality, your characteristics is not even different. Even your hobbies are all the same. Even your interests are all the same. And somehow you expect something different? Somehow you expect men to treat you special when none of you are.
And another one bites the dust. When am I going to be done with the situationships and the casual dating and the everything is not a big deal until it is, until there's feelings, and now all of a sudden I'm busy, I'm tired, I don't want to do this anymore, I'm ghosting, I'm exhausted. I'm literally on the verge of tears. Yet another situationship has ended 15 minutes ago, and I'm so tired.
Honestly, when it comes to situationships, I blame females. I blame anyone that's in a situationship and hates being in a situationship. Because situationships are not hard to avoid. You don't need to be in an intimate situation with someone who isn't your partner, who hasn't made it official, who hasn't said, do you want to be my girlfriend? Why are you even that intimate with a man who never made it exclusive, who never even asked to make it official? So anyone that gets in a situationship, you chose to be in that situationship. You wanted to be in that situationship. You know why? Because you wanted to control the outcome. But guess what? The guy, once again, has the last say and didn't want to be with you.
Depressing dating advice. If you want to find love, make yourself as average as humanly possible. There is this misconception that if you are beautiful and smart and intelligent and successful, you are going to have more options. And while that is true in the sense that you get more access to higher quality men, you also essentially price yourself out of a lot of men's dating ranges because naturally you are going to want someone who meets you on your level.
To just give you a quick profile on this female is, I have done quite a few videos on her, not intentionally, but she does come up on TikTok a lot. She went to Afro Tech, she froze her eggs, she's been on multiple dates, and this is another recent video that she's done about depressing reality of dating. I'm literally watching, we're all actually watching this female struggle in dating and having a midlife crisis, a mental breakdown when it comes to her dating circumstances. She actually can't get anywhere. This is what it looks like to hit the wall. She is the great example of what hitting the wall looks like. No matter how good looking you are, how fabulous you are, how young you look, she still can't get anywhere when it comes to dating.
Okay, well, there are several problems with this. One, average is average for a reason, meaning there are more people statistically that fall into the average category. And when you start playing at either extreme, so above average or below average, you now have fewer people to choose from because the bulk of the population sits in the average category. So the minute you become above average, whether in looks or finances or whatever, your dating pool now shrinks because even though you now have access to these people on this side of the average spectrum, you probably are no longer interested in the folks that fall into the average and below average category. So now you're playing in a smaller pool pool. We all know beauty is currency for women. And if you are a beautiful woman, regardless of your financial situation, you probably can play in the above average space when it comes to men. But if you're on the lower end financially, then a lot more of these average men who are good looking, but maybe a little bit more financially average, are still probably going to be appealing to you because they can still provide you a lifestyle that at least matches what you can provide for yourself. Now,
Females don't seem to understand just because you have options doesn't mean all those men are going to want to marry you. Whether you're average or above average, all your options isn't a guaranteed ring, isn't a guaranteed wedding, isn't a guaranteed family. Out of 10 guys, 5 or 4 gonna want to marry you, and that's generally speaking. Now, this female seems to believe that she is above average. If that was the case, then we would see a different reality with her. I think it starts with being real with yourself and where you are at and where you have been in the dating pool.
You are a beautiful woman who also is financially above average. Congratulations, you're screwed. Because your looks alone are gonna allow you to play in this above average space. But now, financially, you're not gonna be impressed by anybody who falls into the average side of the spectrum. So really, you're only vying for the men who are above average looks-wise and above average financially. So your dating pool is extremely small.
Let's just make this clear. She made her dating pool small. No one else did. You chose to go for above average good looking men and above average financially men. This is the reality you chose for yourself, and you thought you would have been able to get a man because you're beautiful and in your mind you're above average, but reality isn't really actually giving what you thought you was. Reality is actually showing you what you actually are.
The other issue with this is these men up here who are above average looks-wise and above average financially have access to all of the women of their choosing. Whereas women who are in this space, above average looks-wise and above average financially, while they have access to all of the men, none of these men are gonna be appealing to them. So they're only playing in this small pool of above average men. Whereas for men, we all know women's finances don't really matter as much to them. And because these men have access to all of the women of their choosing, a lot of them are gonna be much more reluctant to settle down. Because if they can walk outside and get any woman that they want, a lot of them are not willing to give up that playboy lifestyle for something serious. And if you're not going for anything serious, then a lot of the important qualities other than looks and like basic fun personality isn't really gonna matter.
Doesn't that say something that all these high value men still don't want you even when you conclude yourself to be a high value woman? What does that really say about you? Because you're going on about the dating pool, but you're not going on about why you're still single. That's really the depressing advice that she doesn't want to talk about. You don't want to advise other females or women how to not be single like you, but the truth is she don't even know how to change that herself. On the other hand, it's interesting the type of high value man that she speaks on. The type of high value man that she speaks on is a playboy. So what that lets me know is he's most likely going to have multiple females because that's the type of lifestyle that he enjoys.
So now you have this imbalance of these top tier women vying for a very, very small percentage of men who are also entertaining a much larger pool of women. So statistically, congratulations, if you are above average, you just made your life 10 times harder for yourself. And we all know that multiple studies have shown that people tend to pair up with people who are on the same caliber as them, especially looks wise. So once again, if you fall into the average category, again, your chances are better because there are simply more people to choose from. So the next time you see a smart, beautiful, accomplished woman with a great personality and you're like, oh my God, how are you still single? Don't ask her that because this is your answer.
Now, I'm not saying that she's ugly, she's anything when it comes to appearance wise. I'm going based off what she is saying about herself, directly, indirectly, that she is an above average woman. And she is, when it comes to physical looks, above average. My question to you, if you are that, why haven't you matched with that? High value means that there's a lot of value in you, so why haven't men seen the value in you and wanted to create a family with you? This female is delusional and she's struggling to really face the fact that whatever you think you are, you ain't. And she's lying to a lot of other females who think the same.
Answer.
Nobody ever talks about how draining and exhausting dating really is. Like, it's literally the same cycle over and over and over again. Like, you meet somebody, y'all text for a little bit, y'all go on a date, he asks you, hey, how are you doing? Good, how are you? What do you do for work? What do you do for fun? Do you have brothers and sisters? What are your goals? And y'all may make it to date 2. And then sometimes you share personal things. And do you ever think about all the personal things all the people you've ever dated know? And then like sometimes you may never talk to them ever again. And then it's like you have to keep going through that cycle and you never know when it's gonna end. Like, God just...
Females don't like to learn from anything. They don't want to learn from their mistakes. They don't want to learn from their past. They don't want to learn from their present. They just keep on going, and they will keep on going. They'll keep on complaining as if the only issue that exists is men, and the men that don't take them serious, and the men that sleep with them, and the men that ghost them, and the men that are in situationships with them. But you never actually talk about you yourself. You never actually evaluate what you need to do different to get a different outcome.
Let me know how many more years. Just let me know. Like, it's just exhausting. It's draining having to meet people over and over and over again, share things, ask the same questions, the same talking stage, and then do it all over again. Like,
why is dating so hard? Like, why do people want to date multiple people? I don't understand. Like, how can you get to know all of them? I don't know. I'm just to the point. I'm at this point, I am tired. For real. I am so tired. I just feel like, you know what, Key? Just be by yourself. I'll be 45 next month. 45 next month. And I have not been in a relationship, a real relationship, in almost 8 years. Damn. I'm just not about to settle for anything. But damn, Key, 8 years? I don't know. It's so hard out here. It's hard. It's really hard. It's really hard. And I'm honestly tired. I'm tired. I'm really tired.
There it is. The 45-year-old female who's been single for 8 years doesn't want to settle. My question is, why should men settle with you then? It's been 8 years and no one took no interest in you? You are 45. It's been 2 decades and no one pursued anything with you, but you want to talk about you settling. Meanwhile, you're 5 years to 50 and you don't think men have to settle for you. Meanwhile, they can be with a 30-year-old, a 20-year-old, but you're the one settling. This is how females become less attractive. When you open your mouth and this is what comes out. Somehow you think you're above settling. Somehow you think you're better than the men that you have to settle with. And that's so delusional because you're way past your prime years and you still can't find someone. What it really looks like, no one wants to settle with you. I'm your hostess, Feminine Princess. These are my last thoughts. The truth is, a lot of these females, we can even say all of these females, can actually find someone, can actually be with someone, could have found someone, could have been with someone. Although they choose to be single. They choose to make their dating pool small. With a unrealistic image of who they are and what they deserve. And they'll put every other man down who actually fits the relationship they seek for. Which is why they're tired of dating. Because whatever image they imprinted in their mind, it is not manifesting. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.